specifically when you're adopting the justificatory-based systems, you typically formulate them within a justificatory standard. For example, the way you would like talk about like a base relation is like, for example, the way in which you link your beliefs to your reasons. You typically adopt justificatory-based systems that talks about the linkage there. If you don't, then there are no norms that regulate the correctness when talking about the base relation-based virtues. You give a response?
Yeah, so what you said, as I've typed out in the chat, is when you're adopting justificatory-based systems, we typically articulate these in justificatory standards. Then you said that we usually talk about the linkage between these two characteristics, and if you don't, then there are no norms. Now, that doesn't demonstrate in any way. So how does it follow? Wait, just a second, right? Because you're over-talking again, even though my mic is much louder. So you're going to stop doing this. We're going to take turns, okay? We're going to take turns, because when you're talking, Careless, no one can hear you. I have priority the speaker on. Just stop it. So, with that being said, how is it going to be the case that follows from those propositions that it would in fact be the case that epistemic norms are an indispensable characteristic for you to have epistemic justification?
Yes, because when adopting like an epistemic paradigm, you typically hold the adoptances of the norms themselves to be something that epistemic paradigm itself commits itself to. You can't be a correspondent theorist.
Wait, so your justification is used in your adopting an epistemic paradigm? How is you adopting an epistemic paradigm explaining the necessary connection? How so?
You can't be, chill out, you can't be a correspondent theorist and not adopt correspondent theorist-based epistemic frameworks. Or rather, my fault, epistemic virtues are part of it.
Correspondence theory is an aspect of true theory, not talking about epistemology. So that's the first blunder, right? Wait, we're talking about epistemology, not true theory, are we not?
He's so retarded.
Saying that someone is so retarded is not an argument. Try again.
Yes, because those are...
Yes, you agree it's not an argument? Double concession? So anyways, could you explain to me how correspondence theory is relevant to epistemology, please, and thank you?
You're asking me a meta...
I'm asking you a question which is relevant to your point. Answer the goddamn question.
It's only supposed to exemplify...
It's always you dodging every single one of my points because you don't have any actual competent responses. You said it is the case that your claim is correct because you're adopting an epistemic paradigm. How does this even relate to the proposition, retard?
It's necessary when referencing...
Saying that it is necessary is question begging. Why is it necessarily the case?
It's not. He's so retarded.
Saying that someone is so retarded is you just ad hominem maxing. Give an actual argument. Stop ad hominem maxing. Give an actual argument.
Don't adopt any... Listen.
Stop ad hominem maxing. Give an actual argument.
Within the epistemic paradigm, there is nothing to regulate anything apart of the epistemic paradigm.
Okay, so how is it going to be the case that your epistemic paradigm is the only epistemic paradigm by which this would be the case? Wait, hold on. Why is it the case that someone cannot adopt a consistently valid epistemic paradigm such that it would in fact be the case that there's no normative debate into their epistemology? Why would that be logically contradictory?
Yes, the reason why it's logically contradictory because if it's non-normative, then there's nothing that regulates the epistemic-based content.
Wait, just to be clear, when you say something regulates the epistemic-based content, what does it mean to regulate something in this given context?
Because you can't be a correspondent theorist.
What does it mean to regulate something? What does it mean to regulate something in this context?
Like, for example, like...
Not for example, don't give me an example, give me a definition. What does it mean? I'm asking for a definition, not an example. Give the definition. Can you actually respond to my question?
Yes, I have high priors for a low-tier retard. So
high priors is not a definition. Me telling you or me asking you for a definition of regulation in the context of epistemology, and you responded by saying you have high priors is not a definition. That's not a definition. What are you talking about? Do you even know what the definition is? Could you tell me what the definition is? Could you tell me what the definition is? Go ahead. Define the word definition.
We don't expect...
You're still not addressing my questions. You're still not addressing my questions. What is a definition?
You're a correspondence theorist.
What is a definition?
Don't adopt correspondence.
We're not talking about correspondence theory, you disgusting black nigger. We're talking about, shut up, you uneducated piece of trash. We're talking about epistemology. How is it going to be the case, you uneducated piece of trash, how is it going to be the case that you have given a relevant response given my questions?
Once more, I'm going to...
He's not answering any single one of my questions. It's actually so hilarious to me. So, just a second, right? Because you said you cannot regulate epistemic-based content without epistemic norms. I'm asking you, what does it mean to regulate epistemic content? What does that mean? What does that mean, retard? Retard, answer my question. 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 What does it mean to regulate epistemic-based content? Stop trying to overtalk me. Your mic is much lower than my mic. Stop it. Stop trying to overtalk me. Let's have a civil conversation. Stop trying to overtalk me. Stop trying to overtalk me. Your mic is much lower. No one can hear what you're saying. Careless, stop being a monkey. No one can hear what you're saying when I'm talking, because when I talk, everyone else's audio automatically decreases. It's within my sentence. Stop doing it. Stop trying to overtalk me. Let's have a civil, intellectual conversation. Let's have a mature conversation. Now explain to me the definition of what it means for something to regulate epistemic-based content. Go for it. Stop dodging my question and answer my goddamn point, dude. Go ahead. Define the word.
Correctiveness conditions.
He's just talking to himself at this point.
Regulate things within the epistemic paradigm. If you don't,
he's like so embarrassing. Oh my god, dude. Define the word regulates in the context of talking about epistemology. Go for it.
Like, for example,
go for it. Define the word.
Stabilize. To stabilize.
Do you know what to stabilize? What does it mean to stabilize something in the context of epistemology?
Yes. For example, you can't be a correspondence theorist.
Now, for example, I'm asking you for a definition. Give me a semantical account of what it means to stabilize something in the context of epistemology. Go for it. Yeah, so just to be clear, what does it mean to stabilize something in the context of epistemology? Saying that someone is so ass is not an argument. Go for it. And how you know the people in the chat are lying by saying Careless is winning? You literally cannot even hear what Careless is saying. You can't hear what Careless is saying. So how are you making the claim that Careless is winning the conversation if he's inaudible? That makes no sense, right? So anyways, just a second, right? So we're going to go back to the point, right? So we're talking about your claim here. Your claim, which is simply you saying that it is the case that stabilization is what it means for you to be basically regulating epistemic content. Yes, so now I'm asking you this question. What does it mean to stabilize something? What does it mean to stabilize something?
Yes.
He's saying yes is not a definition. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try, retard.
To regulate the epistemic-based content within the epistemic model here.
Just repeated the same thing you've said previously. That's a circular definition. So your original definition of the word regulates in epistemic content is you saying to stabilize. And then when I'm asking you right now, what does it mean to stabilize something? Your response is you saying to regulate epistemic content. So you're given a vacuous, uninformative, circular definition by which is not going to be the type of thing which is progressing the dialectic. Of course it is. Of course it is circular. You load your piece of trash. What are you talking about? You load here. Of course it is circular. If you're going to give a definition by which the word that you use to define that original word is going to be predicated upon that word original, that it would in fact be a circular definition. You said justify what?
Start running away from the question.
What do you think the proposition I'm making is, retard?
Yes, obviously you're saying I went circular on behalf.
Wait, hold on. I'm asking you, what do you think my proposition is? That's not the response to my question.
Okay, he's so ass. Okay,
saying that someone is so ass is not you telling me what the proposition is. Tell me what the proposition is. What is my proposition currently?
More or less
could you tell me the proposition I'm affirming in this conversation currently? Go ahead. Tell me.
Okay, I'm more or less in reference to the analytical truth.
You're stun-locked, aren't you? You're stun-locked, aren't you? You don't even know the proposition. Oh shit, dude, this is crazy. Wait, hold on a second, because you're making the claim, right? You're making the knowledge claim. You're saying that it is the case that you want me to justify a particular proposition. Now I'm asking you, what is the proposition? And you're not even telling me what the proposition is.
Bro, listen, retard.
Wait, could you actually respond to my points and stop derailing and prevaricating and bloviating in the conversation, please and thank you?
Listen, retard.
I'm listening to your retarded points, and it's really embarrassing right now. It's disappointing to listen to. Whenever you choose to actually respond to my questions, let me know, but for now, you're not even responding to a goddamn thing.
Okay, so if
okay, you're agreeing with me right now? That's crazy. Anyways, so just a second, right? So you said it's the case that the definition of regulation is stabilization, and your definition of stability or stabilization in this given context is regulation. That's a circular definition. That's a circular definition. Do you acknowledge this? Yes or no?
It's not circular.
Do you wait, hold on. If I say, just a second, if I say a bachelor is an unmarried man and an unmarried man is a bachelor, would it be the case that that's a circular definition? Yes or no? Wait, hold on a second. If someone says a bachelor is an unmarried man and their definition of an unmarried man is a bachelor, yes or no, would that be a circular definition? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, so that means the same logic applies here insofar as it would be the case that your definition is circular because you circled back to appeal into regulation as a means of defining the word stabilization.
That doesn't talk about.
Could you just actually stop stuttering over your words and acknowledge the fact you've lost this point? Could you just be a man and just concede this point right now?
Listen,
Come on, dude.
Listen, Lotiri,
Stop stumbling over your words, dude. Just take a breather. Just take a breather.
It's hard to be rhetorical, bro.
Oh my god, he's so lost, dude. This is actually so embarrassing.
We're talking about syntactical differences.
Syntactical differences? No, we're not talking about the syntax, you retard. We're talking about the semantic content here. That's a blunder.
When talking about regulation, irregularity, or stability, you take regulation to be equivalent to stability.
Okay, what is stability? What is stability? What does it mean? What does it mean to be talking about stability in the context of epistemology?
To control.
To control? To control? So just to be clear, what does it mean to control in the context of epistemology? What does it mean to control something in the context of epistemology? Go for it.
Okay, for example, to control.
Not for example, I'm asking for a definition. An example would not be, an example is not a definition, it's just a real world instantiation of a given concept. Wait, hold on, you think conceptual instantiations are the same as the type of thing which is going to be definitions? I'm asking you for a definition. You said for example. So you're given an example, and I'm not even asking for an example right now, right?
Like, he's just so ass. Like,
saying that someone is so ass is not a response.
So we can go.
That's not a response.
Point by point.
Yeah, so let's focus on this point right now, which you're running away from, right? So the point you're talking about here, hold on, the point you're talking about here is you stating it to be the case. You're saying it is the case that you're going to give an example and I'm going to be asking you for a definition. Wait, hold on. If you're defining, stop talking over me. I'm warning you right now. You're going to keep on getting drowned the entire time. I have priority speaker on. You just don't stand a chance. Stop doing this. Let's take turns. Careless, stop talking to yourself. Let's take turns, okay? Stop it. You can't overtalk me. You can't, bro. When someone talks to me right now, when I'm talking, everyone else's mic is going to get lower. It's within my settings. Stop doing it. So just take turns. Let's take turns. Stop being an immature man-child and let's take turns. Stop talking to yourself. So let's take turns. I'll go first. Careless, I'll go first. Careless, I'll go first. Careless, I'll go first. Careless, stop. Careless, stop over talking. I'm much louder than you are. Son, stop. Son, my seed, stop. My seed, stop. Sonny boy, stop talking over me. Stop talking over me. Stop talking over me, dude. It's not a good look. Stop it. Sonny boy, dude, stop. You're getting drowned right now. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. We're going to take turns, okay? So you made a claim. Is he going to keep on talking to himself? Is he going to keep on talking to himself? What is he trying to do right now? He's still talking to himself.
Obviously, you can't be a correspondent theorist.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not even like speaking loud. My volume is currently at 40 right now. I can just go in voice mod and go put it all the way up to 100. I'm not even trying to drown him, but he's getting drowned. Like, what is he trying to do? Careless, stop using philosophical buzzwords as if you're intelligent. You're not intelligent, dude. I'm responding right now by asking you questions you've dodged the entire time. Wait, hold on. I've given a response. Did you not hear the responses? Did you not hear the responses?
What was the responses here?
So you don't know the response, low tier? Gotcha, cool. So my first response, I'm going to give you the response again because I forgot the first couple of times because you have a fish brain, right? So just a second. So the first response, so you want to hear my response, but you're over talking me? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Right? Usually if you want to hear what someone is saying, they just have to stop talking and just pipe the fuck down. So I'm going to talk now. So as I'm saying, the original stop. Sonny boy, relax. I'm not trying to be this type of person where I'm going to talk down to you, but if you get attracted to someone talking down to you like this, just let me know. But this is not the humiliation ritual that we're all looking for, okay? Yeah, looking back after someone or mocking someone's voice is not a rhetorical look right there. Look, the funny thing is, what you're doing is you're following my footsteps because you're my son. That's the only reason that's why you're mimicking me right now. The reason as to why you're copying my voice right now is because you want to be like me. You want to be like me. You look up to me. Right now, you're like the little prey in the rhetorical jungle, and I'm the predator. I'm the rhetorical werewolf right now. I'm like chasing you. I'm chasing you right now with the questions. And every single time I'm chasing you with the questions, what you're doing there is you're running away from the actual questions. You won't even engage. You won't even actually try to engage with the questions. Every single time you do the retard thing, the low tier dumb fuck thing, whereas you run away. And now you're in a schizophrenic meltdown. You're
That's what I'm
talking to
saying, but like
yourself.
we're
You're not
trying to get back to the
responding to the
substance, but
goddamn
the nigga
points,
is like,
and no one in this
I'm
voice
trying to
call
get
thinks
back
you're
to the
looking good
substance,
right
but the
now.
nigga doesn't
I took my
engage
wiener
at
out
all.
and just dick
So he
slapped
wants
you
to
the
be
entire time,
rhetorical.
and you're not able to do anything about it. This is crazy. This is actually insane to me. Dude, this is insane,
He
bro.
wants to be
This is insane.
rhetorical
I
and
just
try
put
to
you on my
impress
laps,
people
dude.
without
I
actually
put you on
engaging
my
with
laps like you're my son,
Bro.
and I'm just patting you on the
like
back
I
right
already
now.
gave a
You can't
response.
do
Like we can
anything
have
about this.
moderation, bro.
You telling me that you've given a
We can have
response is
moderation.
not a response to my point. Dude. What are you trying to do
Can we
right
have
now?
moderation? Can we have
What are you trying to
moderation?
do right now?
Can we
What are
calm
you trying
down,
to do
bro?
right now? Stop it. Can I
Can
give
we
my
have
response now?
moderation? Yes, we can
I'm
have
I'm
moderation.
down to green moderation. I warned you several times.
Okay, we can have moderation. Can somebody
Definitely.
moderate so I can
Finally.
finish what I'm saying,
Finally.
bro?
Oh my god.
He's been
I
talking
told you
over
to
me the
stop
entire
over
time.
talking me because you're never gonna over talk me. You're gonna be louder. Okay? So don't over talk me. We're gonna take turns. So can you finally take turns?
So I could finish talking, bro? I
Okay,
was
gotcha,
talking
cool.
first. Can y'all do
Finally
it?
we can take turns, gotcha. Okay, so I'll just go
Okay.
first. I'll just go first.
No,
I'll just
I
go
can go
first.
first. I wasn't done talking.
This guy is just gonna keep on barking and just keep
I
on
literally
aping
wasn't done
out.
talking.
My god.
Every single thing you were saying
By the way,
was
just to be clear for the audience, his mic is not terrible. There's nothing wrong with his mic. It's just that in my settings, it is the case that if you talk over me, you're gonna get much lower. Right? So it's not his mic is not the problem. It's my settings.
Giving a response.
This would happen to any single person, by the way. But continue.
Okay, so he's so retarded. Okay, so dismissing everything.
I'm retarded. I'm retarded.
Stabilizing.
You're getting cockslapped by a retard? That's good. That's crazy.
To the rage bait, dude.
That's crazy. You're having a like really strange cortisol spike right now. That's crazy.
Can I mute the Jamaican?
Holy cortisol spike.
Apollo.
What's up?
1 second.
Can I mute him, bro? Like
Apollo,
he's being very.
He's crying for moderation when he's trying to overtop me. Isn't that so ironic? Isn't that so ironic? That's crazy, dude.
Mute him.
Mute him, please, daddy, mute him.
You're bro. I can buy your whole family. You're fucking Nigerian, bro. You're Jamaican.
Dude, you're just so corny, dude. Anyways,
Can I mute him?
he's crying right now.
Nigga, it's horrible. Okay.
I'm horrible?
So
Really?
mixing everything up
You're a genius, man.
base point. Yes. So when referring to like regulation, like epistemically speaking, it just means to control the epistemic-based content. The epistemic-based content is just a epistemic-based commitment that you adopt within the epistemic model. That means to say specifically, when you're a correspondent theorist, you expect correspondent theory adoptions of virtues there. For example, you can't be anti-correspondent theorist, at least within like the norm regulation sense. Because if we adopt no norms of negativity, no norms of normativity, then you can expect contradictions under epistemic paradigms. It just means to say it regulates the epistemic-based content. You fucking low tier. For example, you can't say 2 + 2 = 4.
See how much lower his mic is? Look.
It's just like can I mute him, bro?
See
Can I
that?
mute him? Like, he's being very low tier.
Okay, got you. Are you done talking?
Can I mute this nigga, bro? Like, can I mute him? Like, mute his mic? 'Cause I don't know if his mic is like louder than me.
See? All I have to do is just turn up my mic or just turn on my mic and he just goes all the way down.
Like, he's trying to be.
See, look at this again.
rhetorical and we're
See?
trying to do something.
Okay, so
Just like that.
Okay, 1 second. You can just turn down his volume and then you can just speak yourself.
The fuck you mean turn the nigga volume down?
The moment I turn on my mic, his mic just goes all the way down. Just watch.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta record this nigga is so ass, bro. Nigga,
I'm recording on OBS already, so I mean, I don't know why you're like acting as if, you know, yeah.
We need to have moderation, bro, because the nigga's mic is loud as fuck. Nigga is dog shit.
What are you doing?
Can I mute him?
Just start.
Okay,
Just start.
I'm trying to engage within substance.
Recording's on. Just start.
Fuck, this nigga is so ass. Okay, so if he mutes
Stop stuttering, just relax, dude. Just take a breather.
If he talks over me one more time, can you please be muted? This nigga is horrible, bro. Okay.
Great arguments. Wonderful, genius arguments.
Repeating the contradictory account. Listen, if there are no epistemic norms of like normativity there, then you can expect contradictions a part of the epistemic paradigm. That just means to say that if there are no norms of correctness conditions,
You're a genius, man. Keep on going.
Epistemic model.
Absolute genius. Keep on going. Go ahead.
Mute him, bro. Mute him.
Oh, that's just you're just interrupting Apollo. That's just rude.
Like he's literally he can't.
I don't know why he's crying about being rude when he was being rude originally, right?
This nigga shit is bro. Like, bro,
I don't know why this dark-skinned nigga is like trying to be rhetorical. Like, just relax.
Listen, bro. They push
Bro,
shit back.
you're just a 5'3" manlet in this voice call. Like, no one takes you seriously, type shit. Unironically, saying that someone is lost to someone else is not something which is rhetorical, you know. So you're crashing out right now. Like, what's going on?
This shit is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing for you. I agree with you. You're just getting bullied spanked in the voice call. Like, no one takes you seriously. Like, I'm just doing this, whereas I'm just nonchalant. I'm really calm, not even trying to be rhetorical. Whereas you're just sweating right now. You're trying to rhetorically dominate the conversation, but you forgot how the food chain works. You see, in this food chain, in the rhetorical food chain, I'm the predator and you're the prey, right? So no one's gonna take you seriously, right? So you're not looking good, crashing out, having the cortisol spike, kind of crazy. Yikes, that's crazy, dude. Are you gonna give an argument? Yeah, but boozy. So your argument in response to the relevant point of the conversation is you saying that someone is a boozy fade. You're such a high-tier debater. You're such a high-tier debater. Imagine we're debating about epistemology and theism, and this guy talks about someone that's been a boozy fade. This guy's such a genius. This is the standards of debating in the fiction community. We went from talking about theology and epistemology to talking about if someone has a boozy fade. Holy derail. Holy derail. You're telling me that I don't want to engage in substance when you're saying that someone has a boozy fade as a response to legitimate points?
So what happens?
Seriously? Seriously?
Like, bro, this nigga.
Why is he crying so much? Why is he crying so much? Can you stop crying to the voice call? Stop crying, dude. Stop throwing a baby temper tantrum. No one cares about your baby temper tantrum, little bro. Just stop
At
it.
this point, because it's ridiculous.
I'm not debating this.
You look at him stuttering.
Moderation.
Not
Okay,
worth it.
thank you. Mute that bitch ass nigga, bro. Oh my fucking
Oh,
God.
he's crying. That's crazy.
To like the analytical base point. Yes, to regulate epistemically speaking, just means to take control or to be in control of epistemic based models. For example, you can't be a correspondent theorist and adopt anti-correspondent theorist virtues on behalf of being a correspondent theorist. The norms of correctiveness or the correctiveness conditions just serves to regulate or to be in control of the epistemic based content. For example, a correspondent theorist references truth. So on behalf of like propositional based content or propositional based inquiry, you want to say the epistemic model has norms that regulate the
Guys, just yapping right
and links
now.
the propositions to the truth-based paradigm. And if you don't, then you can expect contradictions or things that are not part of the epistemic paradigm to go against the paradigm. So that means that there has to be norms that regulates the content. You can take it to be axioms that allows for for example, for like a non-like correspondent theorist based virtues to not be a part of a correspondent theorist based model. So we expect that correspondent theorists cannot adopt non-correspondent theorist virtues on behalf of their truth commitments. Give a response.
Yeah, so first and foremost, just to respond to a couple of things, he has said that it is the case that what it means to be regulating something or to be stabilizing something in the context of epistemology is just to be in control of the set given things. He references true theories, even though the conversation is primarily not about true theories, and when he's going to be making the claims, such as it is the case, that it is the type of thing which is necessary to have, and by this thing we're talking about epistemic norms, he's claiming, rather, just to clarify for the voice call, that it is necessary to have epistemic norms for its inferential justification. Now, that claim is going to indicate that there's a logical contradiction, and for example, you have an epistemic norms, or sorry, inferential justification without epistemic norms. He's not demonstrated the conjunct of P and not P, such that both, sorry about the background noise, such that both propositions would be entailed from having inferential justifications without epistemic norms. So the very fact that he's unable and he has not demonstrated the conjunct of P and not P, given the fact of having epistemic justification without epistemic norms, then it would in fact be the case that such a position does not require epistemic normativity in the background for it to have epistemic justification. And so his claim remains unproven, and all he's doing the entire time is screaming his lungs out and saying a whole bunch of unintelligible nigger babble to cope with the very fact he does not have any rhetoric, he doesn't have any argumentation, he has no knowledge, no substance, no intelligence or critical thinking skills on the topic itself to deliver an actual strong argument which would compel anyone that he's winning the conversation. With that being said, I'm done talking, and we're going to pass the mic back to the nigger retard to give a response.
Okay, is he done? Okay, that was obviously a big blunder. Okay, when you talk about like inferential accounts or non-inferential accounts, again, retard. You can't adopt any like norms of correctiveness, or I guess you're obviously.
Calm down there, young Padawan. It's okay. Just stop
Can I
stuttering.
mute him? Can I mute him? Can I please mute him? He's doing it again. He's being very low tier and retarded. Okay, for example, when you adopt inferential based accounts, you're more or less a reference to how you inferentially infer things. Now, you could just link that to like justificatory norms, justificatory based paradigms or models. So that was not a response, you fucking low tier retard. And just to be clear, the account of like epistemic models adopting norms of correctiveness is just to establish a fine line of like justified priors for why we typically expect epistemic models or paradigms to adopt norms of correctiveness conditions. That means to say the posterior would just be like within action. It's just abductively sufficient or abductively the case that when you adopt epistemic paradigms or models, you
Take your time, Ringworm. Pronounce your words
norms of
properly.
correctiveness. So I don't know a singular like model that you can adopt there that references like some type of linkage between like non-normativity and then a regulation within a system where you don't require norms of normativity there. So again, I'll just give the account again once more that we can like conclude because you're very low tier and retarded. Like, brother, bro. Oh my god, this nigga's so ass. Okay, so when you adopt inferential like ways of justification, which was supposed to be a response to the prior I gave, you're very ass low tier. It's more or less to establish how you adopt inferential based like commitments there on the behalf of on the behalf of justifying.
On the behalf of justificatory, pronounce your words properly. Let's go again.
Can I mute him? Can I mute him, bro? You can't be a non-inferentialist about justification and an inferentialist if you take the inferentialist side there to be referential to non-inferentialist based commitments, because that would just be a contradiction on behalf of your inferentialist based commitment. I don't know where you're getting that from. You're very asinine here. So just to be clear, if there is nothing that you adopt there when being an inferentialist about justification, then you can say there can be contradictions upon your view because there are no norms or things that regulates the epistemic based content. And yes, like inferentialism, non-inferentialism are virtues that you talk about within like epistemology. He's being very low tier. The whole point of the prior probability distribution there and the justification of the priors was just simply to meta-epistemically warrant the way in which we adopt connections between the epistemic models and what the model chooses to talk about. Even within justificatory-based contexts, you still adopt axioms that are correspondent that help support the view upon justification there. And if you don't, then you can have contradictions within your view. Like, it's very retarded. You want to conclude?
Yeah, go for it. Give your conclusions first.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So, on the behalf of what we just concluded off of, I refuse. He just didn't give a response to anything. He mentions like logical possibility, but doesn't warrant why you can be like some type of like, I guess you can adopt like epistemic models without norms of correctiveness. I don't even know like what you're referring there when referencing that anyway. If there are no norms of correctiveness, meaning things that regulate the epistemic based content, we would expect things that are not to be a part of the epistemic paradigm or model to be a part of the epistemic paradigm or model. That just means to say you can be a non-inferentialist and an inferentialist, which is obviously a contradiction. When you infer things, that's more or less the way in which you imply things, at least within like the argument side, or at least within the way you deliver the justification or the way in which you infer or just imply things for this. You adopt specific epistemic virtues that does not require an inferentialist based account. If there are no axioms or norms of correctiveness that regulate the epistemic based content, then there is nothing to tell the epistemic model that there is things that are incompatible with the model. Meaning you can expect logical or classical logical contradictions to be expected within the epistemic paradigm. You don't even give a response to the prior probability account. You more or less just repeat your prior commitments without actually warranting or just responding to the main question, while there can be epistemic-based models that can obviously have no norms of correctness, meaning no axioms that just obviously permit the existence of like non-commitment-based virtues a part of the epistemic model. That's it.
You're a fucking
Okay, so I'm just going to give my conclusions and just own the retards. So just a couple of things. He talks about the idea of prior probability to just point out how intellectually malnourished this low-tier piece of trash actually is. We're not talking about probabilistic assessments. We're talking about if something has some sort of contradiction entailed from the given formalization, the given position. So that's completely irrelevant, firstly. So he's just like, invoking irrelevant concepts and trying to like use philosophical buzzwords to again mask his insecurity and his lack of knowledge of the topic. That's number one. Number two is simply that when you're going to be talking about, for example, the idea of, let's say, a contradiction, I told him specifically there has to be a conjunct of a proposition and its negation, and you also have to demonstrate how both conjuncts in that conjunctive claim, which is contradictory, are entailed from the position, right? So with that being said, he has not done any of these two things, and so because of his inability rather to demonstrate the contradiction, his inability to rhetorically dominate this conversation, his inability to give any sort of relevant substantive points, to actually have this conversation in a way where it is productive, he just got completely outclassed in every single front whatsoever. It's a really embarrassing performance, and I hope anyone who debates from no one in the server don't give a performance as embarrassing as this one. With that being said, I'm done destroying this guy and peeing all over him. He's just a waste of my time. Quite literally. That's it.
Wow. I guess we can record it.
I'm done now.
This nigga is dog shit.
Thank you.